The Book of Enoch, the earth destroyed by Azazel, its relevance to the modern era. The Book of Enoch, an ancient text not included in the official Bible, reveals shocking tales about Azazel. He is known as the one who brought dangerous secrets to humanity, from the arts of war and cosmetics to destructive tools. These knowledge gifts, instead of leading to progress, opened the door to moral degradation and environmental devastation. The result was the wrath of God, culminating in a catastrophic flood. But is Azazel merely a character from myth? Or does his story carry a significant warning for our times? In a world grappling with climate change, environmental crises, and ethical dilemmas, Azazel's narrative has never seemed more relevant. Let us explore the valuable lessons hidden within this story and how it illuminates the challenges humanity faces today. This is not just a journey into the past, but a mirror reflecting the future. 1. Azazel and the moral threat of misused knowledge. According to the Book of Enoch, Azazel taught humanity ancient secrets such as crafting weapons, jewelry, and cosmetics. At first glance, these skills may seem to herald a new era of progress, but they harbored seeds of moral decay and destruction. Consumed by ambition, humanity transformed this knowledge into tools of greed, war, and the breakdown of their sacred connection to nature. Today, Azazel's lesson echoes in our actions. Modern technology has brought immense conveniences, yet it has also become a double-edged sword. Weapons of mass destruction, fossil fuels, and toxic chemicals have created irreversible consequences for the environment and society. Like in Azazel's time, the imbalance between technological advancement and moral responsibility is pushing humanity to a dangerous brink. The commercialization of knowledge, an unforeseen danger. AI and genetic engineering, hailed as monumental achievements, carry significant risks when commercialized or misused. Imagine a society where human genes are edited not to cure diseases, but to meet beauty standards, or where AI is employed to control and invade personal privacy. This would lead not only to inequality, but also to a moral erosion in the application of knowledge. Modern warfare, echoes of Azazel. From the weapons Azazel taught humanity to modern instruments of war, like nuclear bombs and drones, history has witnessed an unbroken chain of destructive innovation. It is troubling that while defense technologies advance, ethical oversight fails to keep pace. Defense corporations profit from conflict, while the global community struggles to find consensus on restricting arms and arms. Lessons from Azazel's story. Azazel's story is not just a cautionary tale about the dangers of misused knowledge, but also a call to reflect on the ethical and responsible use of technological and scientific achievements. To avoid repeating the mistakes of the past, humanity must establish ethical boundaries and promote public awareness, especially in sensitive areas such as AI and biotechnology. Azazel once led humanity down a path of ruin. Today, we can choose to learn from those mistakes and build a sustainable, just, and humane future. 2. Environmental destruction, the consequence of corruption. Azazel's influence extended beyond morality, indirectly causing natural destruction. In the Book of Enoch, human sins led to the devastation of nature, from plants and animals to fertile lands. Today, we see a similar pattern as irresponsible human actions push the earth toward environmental collapse. Climate change, deforestation, and oceans filled with plastic waste are stark reminders. Plants and animals, a wake-up call. In the Book of Enoch, human corruption resulted in the degradation of nature. Today, this is mirrored by the extinction of countless species, unchecked deforestation, and ecological imbalance. The rapid disappearance of rainforests, the lungs of the planet, is alarming, driven by consumer industries. Pollution in soil, degradation, hidden impacts. Azazel corrupted humanity, and modern industries are corrupting the Earth's soil. Toxic chemicals from agriculture and mining reduce fertility while polluting water sources, directly impacting human and animal health. Less discussed perspectives. 1. The ethical crisis of environmental destruction. This is not just an ecological issue, but also a moral one to us. Why do humans feel entitled to destroy the planet for short-term gains? Collective selfishness has fostered a culture of irresponsible consumption, where resources are treated as infinite. 2. Consumer culture. Azazel taught cosmetics, and today's consumer culture fuels reckless consumption. From fast fashion to short-lived electronics, humanity generates enormous waste without considering long-term consequences. The symbolism of Azazel's actions. Azazel's actions can be seen as a warning symbol. We must learn to balance our needs with responsibility, development with environmental preservation. This requires changes from individual awareness to global policies, from environmental education to adopting clean technologies. Just as the Book of Enoch emphasizes God's wrath against human destruction, we must treat the environmental crisis as a warning sign and act together before it is too late. 3. Azazel and the concept of collective sin. In the Book of Enoch, Azazel's sin was not only his own but spread throughout the community. This serves as a warning about how individual actions, if left unchecked, can lead to severe collective consequences. This story directly relates to today's global issues, particularly in the context of the environmental crisis. Every time we use single-use plastics, consume fossil fuels, or improperly dispose of waste, we participate in this cycle of collective sin. These seemingly minor actions, when multiplied, become the primary drivers of the planet's destruction. Sin is not solely the fault of an individual or organization, but belongs to society as a whole. Less discussed perspectives. Lack of individual responsibility. Many people blame large corporations for environmental impacts, but forget that individual irresponsibility plays a significant role. Actions like reducing waste, recycling, or changing consumption habits can make a meaningful difference if practiced widely. Religion and environmental protection. Azazel's story is not just a religious myth, but also a moral lesson. It reminds us that protecting the environment is a sacred act and a responsibility not only of the faithful but of all humanity. Lessons from Azazel and collective sin. To solve major issues like the environmental crisis, everyone must take responsibility, not just for themselves but for the community. Enhancing environmental education is the best way to change collective consciousness and reduce collective sin. Azazel's story in the Book of Enoch is not merely an ancient tale, but a profound reflection of modern challenges. It reminds us that to build a better future, we must act not only for ourselves, but for our communities and future generations. Lessons from Azazel and collective sin. We must recognize that to address major issues like the environmental crisis, everyone must take responsibility not only for themselves, but also for their community. Strengthening environmental education is the best way to transform collective awareness and reduce communal guilt. 4. Connecting with modern life. In today's world, technological advancement and knowledge are often considered measures of success. However, Azazel's story teaches us that true success lies not just in progress, but in the ability to live in harmony with nature. Sustainable success requires a balance between individual benefits and responsibility to the community and the planet. If Azazel once taught humanity knowledge that led to its downfall, modern education can do the opposite. Education is not just about transmitting information, but about planting the seeds of ethical awareness and responsibility. Schools must integrate environmental education into their curricula to help students understand that protecting nature means securing their own future. Philosophy of sustainability. Azazel's story offers an opportunity to combine ancient philosophies with modern technology. By applying values like frugality, respect for nature, and ethical responsibility, we can build a more sustainable society. Ethical leadership. Modern leaders must learn from Azazel's story that power comes with responsibility. A leader must not only excel in strategy, but also possess ethical awareness to make decisions that benefit the community and the planet. Azazel's story in the Book of Enoch is not just an ancient legend, but also a mirror reflecting modern challenges. It reminds us that to create a better future, we must act not just for ourselves, but for our communities and future generations. Lessons for humanity, a call to action. Azazel's story in the Book of Enoch is not merely a historical narrative, but carries profound messages for modern humanity. It reminds us that when knowledge surpasses ethical boundaries, the consequences are the degradation of individuals, communities, and the planet. In a world increasingly dominated by uncontrolled technological advancement and ambition, Azazel's lessons are a warning to establish stronger ethical standards. Success cannot be measured solely by material achievements, but must reflect responsibility toward humanity, the environment, and future generations. Protecting the earth, everyone's responsibility. The earth, our common home, has long suffered under humanity's reckless actions since Azazel's time. These consequences are no longer distant threats. Climate change, pollution, and biodiversity loss clearly show our lack of accountability to the planet. Small actions like reducing plastic use or conserving forests can collectively make a significant positive impact towards a sustainable future. Ethical and environmental education. Azazel's story underscores the importance of education in raising ethical awareness. Future generations must be equipped with knowledge and compassion to understand that protecting nature is safeguarding life itself. Responsible leadership. Global leaders must learn from the past to craft policies that balance economic growth with environmental preservation. Power cannot exist without responsibility. Azazel's story is not just a warning, but a call to action. It reminds us that ethics and knowledge must go hand in hand to create a harmonious world. Instead of looking back with regret, we need to learn from these mistakes to create a future where humanity and nature thrive together. Let Azazel's story become a guiding light, leading us on a journey to build a sustainable world where knowledge is used not to destroy, but to protect and nurture life. Let us view this story not just as a historical lesson, but as a guide to creating a just, sustainable, and harmonious world. What do you think of Azazel's message? Share your thoughts and join the discussion to take action together.